There are nights when she sits beside a window and the world forgets to speak. In that hush, the unfinished wishes in her eyes begin to stir like birds on the edge of migration. They do not yet know their direction, only that some distant calling tugs at their invisible wings. Moonlight tries to memorize her face, sliding across her cheekbones, as if searching for the cartography of her hidden constellations. But even the moon, flirtatious and ancient, cannot trace all the secrets that shimmer just beneath the surface of her silence. Sometimes a shadow of longing passes across her gaze, not sorrow but the soft ache of one who houses entire futures that have not yet learned the shape of themselves. The world sees only reflection, but does not understand that in her stare lies the architecture of 1,000 possible dawns. Have you ever watched someone almost speak, but swallow the words like fragile birds they fear might not survive the air? That is how her wishes live, paused between existence and release, hushed like music in the moment. Before fingers touch the first note, she has always walked gently through time, careful not to crush the seeds of her own becoming. There is a reverence in the way she carries the not yet born fragments of hope, as though each one were a candle, held aloft in a cathedral of dusk. If the universe could dream, it would dream in her image, not to possess her, but to remember what it means to cradle possibility without fear. For she does not hoard her wishes, she shelters them, like fragile stars still deciding whether they are brave enough to shine. Behind her eyes, you can sense the memory of beginnings, the moment before flame meets wick, before a word is spoken into truth, before two souls recognize each other, across the vast and unnamed distance of fate. The galaxies she holds are not chaotic. They are tenderly arranged by the laws of unspoken yearning. Each wish hovers in its own orbit, waiting not for power but permission, not for applause but awakening. There are times when the world brushes too sharply against her, and those galaxies flicker uncertain. She will glance away then, not to hide them, but to give them shelter from the coarse noise of misunderstanding. People think silence is empty, but her silence is symphonic, filled with the rustle of unborn stars and the gentle hum of futures, stretching their limbs in the dark. I once told her that her eyes reminded me of the hour before sunrise, when even the sky hesitates, unsure whether to remain night or step bravely into morning. She smiled, and in that single curve of her lips, I saw entire constellations shift, as though the wishes within her recognized the sound of their own names. Some carry burdens. She carries beginnings. Unfinished, yes, but not forgotten. They are the kind of wishes that do not fade with time, only grow quieter, until the right moment calls them forth.